everybody. Welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob. And today we're going to talk about the cheap, inexpensive, on eBay Atlas bipod. But it's not an Atlas. It's just the Chinese version. And it's got its issues. So I kind of wanted to go over what I found wrong with it and show you how I fixed that problem. So don't forget to have your Trump coffee and stay tuned. So what we have here is a bipod that I got on eBay, and I do like it. At first I didn't, but now it's my go-to one. The other ones that I have are the ones that goes on to the sling stud. This one goes to Picatinny rail, and since most of my guns have a Picatinny rail on the bottom of them, I opted to go ahead and get these. Well, there's a problem with them. A buddy of mine was here, and we were shooting, and we noticed that we couldn't get the gun straight. No matter where you set these, they were not straight. It was crooked. So while the gun's setting in it, the gun was setting off to the side, and it was making your crosshairs crooked, and you can see what I'm talking about. You see how crooked that is? You can't keep it straight. No matter how you adjust it, you can't keep it straight. And we're going to tear into this and find out why. So, actually this is an Atlas. I was wrong. This one is the Atlas. There's only one problem with it, and I don't like it, and that's this thing here swivels back and forth. It should not do that. I don't want mine swiveling back and forth like that. So we're going to fix that. So basically I'm just going to take this wing nut off. Completely off. And then we're going to take that apart. Now you got a washer in here, and then you've got a spring on top. Then you've got a washer with an indent in it, or like a cavity that's tapered so that it rides back and forth on this part. Well, this part is not machined very good, so this thing doesn't ride on there very good at all. And there's really only one place, and that's right there where it's seated. Instead of in the center, it's off to the side a little bit, which makes this crooked. So we're going to change that. We're going to take this off, we're going to take the spring out, and then we're going to put it back together. But when we put it back together, I have 3D printed a 2mm spacer, and that will go on top of here. And I really didn't need to put the screw holes in it, but I was measuring from this how that is, and I don't know what I was thinking, but it was not unnecessary. So we've got the washer or spacer, and then we'll put that back together. And then we'll put our washer back in here, and then we will screw that back together. Now it is straight. So now my reticles, or my crosshairs, are going to be straight in my gun, and my gun's going to be straight when I'm shooting. And the only way that it'll be crooked is if I have one of these out and one in. That's the only way it's going to be crooked. Alright, so then we had the problem of these things being really loose. They were lopping around and making all kinds of noise, and there was really a little bit of a gap in it. Basically, the only way to take care of that is just take and put you an Allen wrench on there and just turn it just a hair, tighten. I've got mine set, and until it's got just a little bit of a drag to it. And you won't have that vibrating. The only thing that's vibrating now is this thing right here, and that's because it's not on the gun. But now we've got it straight. And that's how you fix a Atlas bipod. Now, some of you guys might prefer yours to swivel. I don't. I don't want mine moving whatsoever. I want it to be straight, because if I'm gonna be using a bipod, I want it to be straight. And now it works great. But I didn't realize that this was not a knockoff. This is actually an Atlas. I think some of mine are a knockoff. Let's see here. Yeah, this one here is a knockoff. And they're identical. This one here is actually an Atlas, and this one here is a knockoff. And they look identical. The only difference is I put the thing on the wrong side on this one. So basically you just turn it around if you want it on the right or you want it on the left. And then you tighten that up. But this one here is an Atlas. This one here is not an Atlas. But they look identical. I don't see any difference in them whatsoever. So I guess this has become a comparison. I mean, they're identical. It's almost as if they came off of the same exact shelf. And the same exact manufacturer. The only difference that I see is the knockoff has smaller grip or knurling on the hand wheel, and the Atlas has bigger knurling. Let's see if we can't put those side by side and let you see what I'm talking about. This one here's the Atlas, this one here's not, and they got bigger knurling on the Atlas than they do the knockoff. But I don't see any difference in these whatsoever. So, you know, everybody makes a big deal about brand name. Gotta have brand name. I gotta spend that money. I gotta let everybody know I'm richer than everybody else and I'm better than everybody else. It doesn't work like that. You know, life's hard enough without spending more money for something that you can get that's exactly the same. You know, we're talking a more expensive one, which is the Atlas one, and I'm not knocking Atlas, but you know, if you can get the same identical thing for less, why not? That just saves more money to buy for something else. Let's say you wanted to buy pellets for your rifle and you wanted a bipod and you had a choice of the Atlas and no pellets, when you can buy the same exact one that looks no different. They're identical in every possible way. I mean, there's no difference in these whatsoever. It looks like the same identical material. I mean, same everything. Same measurements. You put them side by side, and if you took the name off of it, all right, let's just do this. Let's turn this around this way. and put them side by side where you can't see the name. And do you see a difference? No. If you do, I don't know what you're looking at, because I don't see any difference. They look identical in every way. The only difference is one says Atlas and the other one doesn't. The only difference. So before you go spending your hard-earned money for something that you can get cheaper, with this one I can have a bipod with the same quality as an Atlas and buy pellets at the same time with the money you would have spent for this one. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that fix. I don't want my bipod going side to side. I don't want it to swivel side to side. I want it to be straight. And even William, when he was here shooting, he agreed. It throwed everything off. So if you want to shoot better, practice. That wasn't what I was going to say, but that's what came out. Anyway, just wanted to go over that a little bit and show you the fix that I had for the bipod. Maybe some of you guys have the same decision. I don't know. If you don't worry about this video. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here and I'm going to finish having my Trump coffee. And you should too. And don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys have a good one. Later.